Choose your character.
All right. Welcome back to the Geek Set Podcast, only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces, and this is 101 with Deuces, the place where I speak with creators, curators, and people that you should know. And right now, we have somebody that I guess throughout my whole podcast career, I have been talking about somebody whose content is just the most wholesome content that you can think of. Somebody who is a creator, a dancer, somebody who is just putting out positivity. But we have Madam Zay, aka Zaynah Bear. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
No, I'm so excited. So, you know, we like to call ourselves the reporters of the culture here at Geek Set, right? And so we like to share the positivity and let people know about like the creators and just people that are doing dope things in this space. And one of the things that attracted me to your content, and I wanted to get your insight on that, is that we live in a world where people have to always do like they call like the fake it till you make it, or people always try to put on like how they are on social media versus how they are in real life. And your content comes across as so authentic. It's so just you. And I love that you get to walk in who you are, and people are loving it and accepting it and finding that as, a little piece of love for themselves. And I wanted to know, for somebody in this world, knowing how social media is, how comforting is it that you get to be yourself and also people get to find joy in it?
It's a little bit surreal because it's definitely like I'm definitely doing the things that people would think are cringy, and stuff that I'm too shy to do in person in real life. So it was shocking to me to find out how much people like rocked with it. I'm like, y'all actually like this?
Because it is that, because this is how I look at it, right? In real life, a lot of us, what we do like at the crib, we singing, we doing weird dances, you know what I'm saying? We making funny voices, but a lot of us are scared to put that out in the world. So when we see somebody that's so fearless like yourself that is doing it, and I know that you had a journey to get there, but seeing that and being able to be like, yeah, and then also seeing the comments of so many people like us who love it, I think that's why we all attract to it, because it's like, yo, I do this all the time. Yeah, I might be walking around the crib singing, one of the things I always do the Krusty Krab pizza song. I will break that out at any given time and do the Krusty Krab. Like, I do the whole thing because that's what we do. So it's like, we love to see you do it at and you look like you're genuinely having fun doing these videos.
I'm glad it looks that way. Because I'd be stressed the hell out trying to film these videos. I'd be like, dang, my head didn't turn the right way. I need to do that. I don't like the angle. I gotta do it again. Each clip is like filmed 20 plus times.
But I feel like that also comes with being a perfectionist. Like, I feel like, yeah,
absolutely.
once you get into what your content is going to be, then you become a perfectionist, and then you're, sometimes you get overly critical of it and everything like that. So I don't equate that to you not liking your content. I just feel like you just always wanted to be perfect, in your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, oh, I bet you had so much fun filming this and you were laughing the whole time. I'm like, absolutely not. I had an extremely straight face reviewing each clip. I just wanted it to be good.
So I do want to take it back some, because I know that we kind of share a similar story where you worked at a call center in customer service, and you was like, all right, I got to get up out of there, and then you became a firebender, which was the most random. How long was you a firebender?
Firebender is hilarious, but I was only doing fire dancing for a couple of months.
Okay,
but I worked with that company for a while, on and off.
Mm-hmm. And how was that experience? I guess, like, because I know that you're trained in ballet and dance, and so, but going into dealing with twirling fire and everything.
Yeah,
like that,
and I mean, I also haven't taken like classical dance classes since high school. I grew up doing ballet, but
Yeah.
I didn't just like continue doing that. And I'm about to be 30 in 2 weeks. So
Congrats.
so it's like I went dang, when did I start the fire dancing? I think I was like 25.
Mm-hmm.
So I was already like 6 years out of actually no, I think I went like 9 years completely not dancing, not doing any kind of like exercise or anything. So jumping back into fire dancing and like taking my toe dip back into dancing, period, was definitely challenging.
Yeah, but
I
that's
have to remember how to dance, and now I'm doing it with fire.
those side quests. Like I said, I often put like the walk of people's life into like video game terms and everything like that. And that's definitely a random side quest that is in line with the main story, but it's like, okay, yeah, I'm twirling fire now. And,
Yeah.
but that to me, I look at that like that's also one of those dope things because like me researching who you are, I learned that you are a Swiss Army knife of talent in multiple forms. And so it's just like when I read that or heard you talk about that, I was like, of course she knows how to twirl fire. Like, of course she does. Like, this tracks so well.
I wouldn't say I ever got good at it, but I only had a couple of lessons before I started doing gigs. So I'm just like, well, as long as I end this gig without burning myself, I'm good.
So what was the last straw, I guess, with the call center? So like, because I know for me, after a while, I was like, I'm half and half with this content. Like, I do these interviews and I really enjoy doing it, but I was like, I need to get to a point where I put a maximum effort in it and see where it can go. So that was kind of like my introduction of leaving the call center and then going content. For you, what was that moment for you?
Yeah, well, I left the call center like a year before I started doing content. The content wasn't even thought of yet at that time, but it was like during the height of the pandemic, and I was too good at my job, so I wound up having like double the call volume than the rest of my team because I guess I got through my calls quickly, so they just sent me all of them.
Yeah.
So while my teammates would be having like 15-minute breaks in between their calls, I would have a call 2 seconds after I just ended the last one. So I told my boss that I was overwhelmed and I was so stressed out that I was throwing up. And then like a couple weeks later, she's like, okay, so we're going to train you to take on more responsibility. And they didn't say anything about my pay changing. So I was like, I quit.
Because call centers, they have a tendency of doing that. It's like listen, I worked at a call center for 15 years. I was a coach, so I had a team, and at that point I was just like, this is getting I got tired of telling grown-ups that, hey, you can't come back 15 minutes from your break every time. And then two, listen here, if I hear anybody say anything about after call work or average handle time again, I will lose my mind. Like, I used to hate those terms so much in call centers, and so I got PTSD from the Microsoft Teams notification sound. Like, I don't want to hear that notification anymore. Like, call centers have a tendency of like the little mundane things, but then also adding more things on it. So I'm glad you got up out there. Listen here, I'm an advocate of get about them call centers, man.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, like, I wasn't going to I didn't want to get another job yet. I did get one more full-time job after that, but it was like way later. But right after the call center, I just started picking up money wherever I could find it. So a bunch of side hustles to make one income. So I was modeling I was modeling crochet hair and wigs. I was doing the fire dancing. I was also teaching English online. Okay. I was also like giving out lemonade samples as a brand ambassador. I was also like banquet serving at the Georgia Aquarium. I was just like, whoever wants to pay me, I'll. I'm willing to take work. I was also doing graphic design. I was doing a lot of different shit.
Man. Listen, I do graphic design as well. Everything that's on my page and with my interviews and everything, that's all me and everything. So trust me, I understand that hustle. Was that also when you did the music video? I saw that you did a music video where you were saying you was the girl that got cheated on.
Oh yeah, no, that was when I was fresh out of high school.
Oh, okay.
So that was right before I started college, because I took a semester off to see if I could like pop off real quick and follow my dreams. And I was like, wow, this takes a long time. Let me just go ahead and go to college.
Right.
So I finished my degree early so I could be on time with the rest of my class that started on time.
Nice. You know, so the Hotel Transylvania video, that was kind of like your grand opening to the world. That was the one that caught fire, right?
No.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
Yeah, that was like 2 years into doing content creation. But
okay. So I got that wrong. Okay, so what was the first video that really like took off for you?
I mean, there were a few. I guess my most viral video to this date was within like I think the first 2 months of me making videos, and that was I was dancing to Wipe Me Down and my butt accidentally clapped and I was like, excuse me.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I think that was within the first 2 months of me making videos. So I wound up gaining a following damn near immediately.
Well, that goes into, you know, one of my other questions is because like, so within your content, what I noticed and also what I do like about it is that like you do have like you're jumping, it's kind of like your Martin and Jamie Foxx bag where you do have characters. Like you have Rico. I mean, obviously that character that you're talking about, well, I don't know if that was the start of that character, but you also have Missy M's that we don't talk about. And I'm calling Muscle Mommy a character as well. And I was wondering, have you ever thought about doing like any type of content where it's like with like giving these characters, you know, storylines and arcs and everything like that?
Yeah, that was where my like I feel weird calling them fans, but my initial fan base was for Rico and his brother Raymond.
Yeah.
So like that was at the time where I was like developing character personalities and stuff. And then later on I started doing the cartoon stuff and that popped off even more. So I just wound up sticking with that because I didn't feel like drawing on a beard. It's a lot of work. But people have been asking me to bring Rico back. So I did just a couple videos ago with the Livin' La Vida Loca thing. I was like, okay, we can have a band. So I'm going to slowly incorporate my characters back in.
Yeah. So I guess with the cartoon videos, because like I say, I know you like everybody, you have that moment where something gets popular that you was like, oh, I didn't really know what that was going to do. But then you have that second awakening, that moment where you realize that, okay, this is actually lightning in a bottle. And I'm like, I can start fine tuning this and getting better at, you know what I'm saying, with this type of content. When did you have that moment in your mind about like specifically the cartoon videos that this is, you know what I'm saying, where I'm going to go?
Right before that first Hotel Transylvania video in the striped pants. Well, that was the second one, actually. The second one in the striped pants did a lot better than the first one. But that came about because I was already doing the videos in like the cartoon dance style, and I've never seen Hotel Transylvania, but people kept commenting like, you move just like the characters in Hotel Transylvania. I had Phineas and Ferb in my mind. Hotel Transylvania is low-key like the next generation. But everyone kept saying it, so I'm like, okay, I'll look at some of the moves from this movie then, and then do a side-by-side. And so I wound up like sticking with the side-by-side videos for a while. And then those fell off. So I just went back to just dancing as myself in the cartoonish style. And people still like that one. So I'm staying with that for now and see if something else pops off. And then I'll go with that. I done changed my content style a good 3-4 times since I started.
Because it's ever evolving, and you know, like that's what I like, you know, because in this world today, a lot of people think that like content creation is just put your camera up and then do whatever trend is, right? Like you know, But you know, the creators that are actually successful are the ones who actually take that time to understand, like, okay, like it's not just putting that camera up, it's also, yeah, if this is going to evolve into this, how do I incorporate what I'm doing into that where it's not going to be unauthentic, you know, like you said. And that's again with your content being so authentic to who you are, and it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, you know, if this is how the video aesthetic is looking now, yeah, how can I transfer what I'm doing into that? So, you know, when you're doing the split screen, it made sense. Now you're doing the solo. But what I love about that the most is that it's still focused on you, right? And I think that that's the big part about content creation, and where it's like we can get into a cycle of trying to just chase the trends, but then we get lost in our identity and who we are. And so I feel like, you know, with your content, you're not faced with that. And then even with it being collaborative with other, you know, other celebrities and other big names, it's other celebrities saying, hey Zay, I want you to do you, but with me. And so and I love that for you, and I love that for just even the culture of content creation, because there could be a negative cloud over it, and I feel like you are a positive light and showing a positive way to do this. Do you feel that? That's great, you know, because and that's one of the things that I like to highlight, because like I said, you did have some big names reach out to you. You know, GloRilla brought you out for the music video. I know that you're a big fan of KevOnStage. Shout out to KevOnStage, and KevOnStage did the video.
Yeah, that was so cool.
And so, you know, it's like, you know, when I think about things like that, I was like, was that your most shocking collab with Kev, or was it the GloRilla? I guess, what was your most shocking collab?
It was definitely GloRilla, because I've been like hoping to collab with KevOnStage because we interact on social media a lot. But with GloRilla, it was just random, because it's like I don't really have a relationship with her at all, like not online friends or anything. She's retweeted some of my videos, but like a lot of celebrities have liked or retweeted something that I posted, and it doesn't usually mean anything.
Right.
So when she asked me to come out to do the music video and do the dance that I did in the TikTok, I was like, what?
Yeah, and then I love the story that you told, because you said that, you know, yeah, of course, you know, this is GloRilla, mega superstar at this point. So, you know, you had, you know, the jitters, you know, you were a little bit nervous, and she gave you that pep talk. But
yeah,
prior to her giving you the pep talk, when you first got, like, when it became a reality that you were going to be working with GloRilla in her music video, who was the first person you told?
I don't remember, because I didn't want to tell anybody until I got the address to the shoot, just in case they were like, actually, never mind, fuck you. So, I know I told my boyfriend and my two best friends. I don't know which one of them I told first. It was actually, no, I'm pretty sure I texted my best friends and I called my boyfriend. So they all wound up finding out about the same time. And then I got on FaceTime with my friends, like, okay, is this outfit cute? Do I look poor?
Just immediately get it in your head. But you, for the culture, I want to let you know, for the culture and for us fans of you, that felt like such a big win for you and the culture, because we were just like, one, when you did the video, it was already, the video already itself was fire. Then, like I said, it was like a just like stairs. It was like the video was fire. Then GloRilla posted. It was like, oh snap, she's seen it. Because, you know, of course, everybody, we tagging her, we letting her know, like, hey, you need to see this. You need to see this. And when you popped up in the video, I think that first second of you in the video got posted so much, because we was just so excited, because we knew how much it meant to somebody of like a creator of your stature, but also, again, just to be able to see, like, you often hear that phrase, man, they let the right one get famous. We was like, that's the right one right there. Like, I want to let you know that was so fire. That was really fire.
Thank
you. So I know, like I said, you did, like I said, you're trained in ballet and you do dance as well. Have you ever thought about going the route of, you know, like a choreographer, you know, for like music videos or just dance or anything of that nature?
No, I don't think I have the skill set for that.
Really? You don't? I feel like you have the basis of it, and I'm not for sure how deep you are in dance, because I know a lot of it is more so gymnastic and ballet. But
I've never done gymnastics.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, so wait, okay. So now I got questions, because I always assume with the pole training that came from gymnastics.
No, it came from ballet.
Oh, okay. That blew my mind. So I'm gonna let you know that I'm a dance dad,
Mm-hmm.
and my daughter is like, right, she's doing tap, and my other daughter's doing tap, and they're doing ballet. But I know that they want to get into hip hop and everything like that. But that's like, this is where I'm at. I know about tap. I know about what's the other one? Jazz and hip hop. But I didn't know that led into that. Okay, so then that.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
then
it doesn't necessarily lead into it, but it helps, like having the flexibility and the strength already before you start pole classes. It helps, and it makes your lines look better.
Right.
But
no, yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Because you be killing it on there. Because when I look at like pole dancing and pole training in regards to that, it's the upper core strength that is heavily impressive, right? So I know that like another part of your content is like people always having you do like those challenges, like you did that Baki one, and when you with it, I was like, man, her upper core strength is remarkable. And so it's like, to me, when I look at like pole training and everything like that, that's what I kind of equated to. But that's why I always thought it was more so dance, because obviously like when you see like those pole performances, it is more like dance based and everything like that. You start seeing how people use their body on there and everything. So that's why I always equated it to more so choreography and not actually like ballet. So I do apologize for confusing that.
Yeah, no, people think I'm a gymnast all the time. I'm like, nope, never done gymnastics. I cannot do a backflip. Can't do a flip at all.
So then the evolution of that training and then going to teaching, how did that evolution start?
Well, it was an accident. Because I just contacted a pole studio, just curious. Well, first off, I took pole classes for about a year.
Okay.
And then I contacted a pole studio, like, hey, what's if I want to teach at this studio, like, what's the process so I can prepare? And they're like, oh, you want to start Wednesday? I was like, I said, oh, I mean, if you think I'm ready, then sure. I was just curious.
And how's that been going, the teaching?
I mean, it's been going well. Unfortunately, the studio that I teach at is going to be closing down at the end of the month because we just weren't getting enough students.
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so I've had a lot of classes get canceled, due to low signups. But outside of that, I really enjoyed teaching my classes. It was kind of tricky to figure out which moves are actually beginner, because beginner to me means something different than beginner to most people.
Yeah, they're trying to teach you. They're like, okay, so just do this. They're like, wait, whoa. We don't even know how to do the part.
Yeah, because I've been what would be considered freakishly strong for my entire life. So even as like a ballet dancer, I just had more upper body strength than everybody else. I don't know why.
But that kind of became also a part of your brand, because like I often see, like, if anybody, no matter what, it seems like we'll see something online, somebody do something that is just like remarkable strength. And you are one of the first creators that a lot of people think of, because I'll see your name tagged in a lot, like, do this pose.
Yeah.
Zaynah, you up next, or and everything like that.
And they'll be tagging me in the most impossible shit. I'm like, what makes you think? To be like, oh, this should be easy for you. And the challenge starts with a double backflip. You've never seen me do a double backflip, but I'm glad you believe in me.
So yeah, it's just a pirouette with a double backflip into the splits. You definitely can do that.
They're like, come on, it's easy. You do it.
But I think it's just like I said, because you do make a lot of things look easy when we like in hindsight. Because as an anime lover myself and seeing that Baki pose, I would like you had a lot of people like, oh, I could probably do that because you made it look so easy, and a lot of people fell on their face. A lot of people did because it's not as easy as it looks and everything.
And knowing everything that you guys have built over there at Geek Set as well, man, it deserves a spotlight to be highlighted for just the incredible work that you guys put in that helps inspire others to feel comfortable in their own skin about being fans of the things that they genuinely care about.
All right. Welcome back to the Geek Set Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces, and this is One-on-One with Deuces, the place where I speak with creators, curators, and people that you should know. And right now, man, we got the man. We got the one and only Jay Ellis, L. Mitchell, Rachel True, Phil Lamar, Walter Jones, Holy Deborah Wilson, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Rob Morgan, the Rome of Dorntainment, one and only Omar Benson Miller, the big homie Roy Wood Jr., John Clarence Stewart. How are you doing, bro? And Stormy Maya, Stephon Johnson, Paige Kennedy, Cedric Garbo, Record Ronnie, Fantastic Frankie, the King Vader, Dear Silas, the homie London Brown, Rob Markman, Pierre Stutzman. How you be speaking?
Me?
Speaking with Danny Nicolette, Lawrence Dillier Jr., Wolf Tyler, how are you doing? Savon Slater, aka Savon the Don, drummer boy in the building, Crystal Chanel, Jordan L. Jones, the amazingly talented Jamie Gray, CEO of Revolt TV. We're speaking with Detavio Samuels. We are speaking with the talented Gail Bean, Gary Anthony Williams. But I'm speaking with the one and only Kadeem Hardison. How you doing, brother?
Chopping it up with you for 45 minutes an hour. That's the easy part.
Hey, you have a really good voice for this.
So, but also another part of your Swiss Army knife, you are also an artist. Like, you also and I know you went to the School of Arts. What was the school you went to again?
Georgia State.
Georgia State, yes.
Or were you talking about my high school?
Either or, because you said you went to the School of Arts from elementary.
Yeah. I went to DeKalb School of the Arts.
Yeah. With some notable, like Donald Glover went there, Baby Tate went there, so it's really dope that is breeding such creativity in regards to there. With your art now, is that more just a passion, or is that something that you want to do something bigger with? I guess
it used to be a passion before I went to college for it, and then I just stopped forever. I have been trying to get back into it though, because man, I used to paint every day, but college made me not like it anymore.
So same with me with like graphic design and art. I don't know what it is. I was doing it a lot for just the love, a lot of it because also when it came down to the content that I was creating, I was broke. And so I was like, I got to find ways to do this myself because I can't pay people their proper rate. And so I started learning things on my own. But I don't know if it's I realized that I do graphic design and art out of necessity because I don't have the funds to pay somebody. Because if I could pay somebody, I would just do it. Right. But I'm good at it as well. But it's just like I realized that I don't like the details of it. I don't like the history. For me, I did it, the love of that I have for like hip hop and anime where I want to deep dive and learn more. I didn't really want to deep dive into art and everything like that. And so that's kind of like deterred me from like really pursuing anything in the art fields heavily. But when I look at your art, it seems like you have a defining style. You had like when you did share the bit that you had. And I was wondering, do you have a art style, or is it just freehand? What moves you?
Yeah, I'm looking up at a self-portrait right now, but yeah, I mean, it's usually just freehand and whatever I want to do, and I think that's what turned me off of it because in college there was a lot of planning, and I don't like to plan my art. So if they're like, oh, you got to turn in like 10 different sketches of 3 different ideas for this one painting. I'm like, why can't I just paint it? What the fuck is it?
That's exactly what I was like. Because, at the end, they were like, especially like when you got to turn in you got to turn in your process, right? So I was like, I don't really have the elements of the process. I kind of just went at it and I made this. Like, I can't show you like, and then when I was like, all right, I got the degree, let me try to get some jobs, and it was like portfolio. So I'm like, sure, I'm showing them finished works. They're like, okay, but where's the stuff? And I'm like, I don't have all. This is what I did, and so it's like,
you are ungrateful, actually. My process is I had a dream. God damn it.
I had a dream. So one big moment that was this year, yeah, right? Yeah, one big moment this year was we was able to, as a culture, to get you to come to DreamCon.
Mm-hmm.
And you had your first meet and greet. And I want to talk about that experience. So one, I know that, like you said, you did say that creating content and putting content out was kind of like a form of therapy to kind of help you out with, things that where you're at in your life. And, you often say, that you're, you identify as being shy, you say that, so a meet and greet, especially at that level where you were at and so many people, love bombing on you and everything like that. I want to get into like, one, how was that experience for you at DreamCon?
It was so cool. I felt like a celebrity all weekend. People were stopping me like every 2 minutes, like, oh my God, it's Zaynah Bear. Can I take a picture? I was like, stop the press.
I love it.
But of course, I made sure to take a picture with anybody that asks, because it's like, y'all the ones that got me here, and I'm happy to meet you.
Yeah.
But it was. I'm just glad I charged up my social battery the way I did before I went to DreamCon, because by the end of it, I was like depleted. I was like, get me out of here. But I last until the very end.
And that wasn't your first convention, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was your first convention too. Oh, so yeah.
Well, I mean, I went to what is it, like Anime Con or something a couple years ago, but that was just because I was working the VR booth and I needed some money, so I don't really count that.
Okay, right.
But my first time like actually going to the convention and like going to the panels and experiencing a convention, yes, it was DreamCon.
Yeah, no, and saying, we've been doing conventions, we've been covering them for as press, and then last year we was as creators because we was doing we moderated the Carl Jones Martian Blueberry panel, and then we did a panel the year before that with KevOnStage and What's Good and Pierre Steps. So we started getting more into our content creation bag. But I often tell a lot of people about conventions is like, yeah, one is going to drain your social battery. One, you better have some good walking shoes because you're going to be walking all over the place. But what I loved about DreamCon, and like I said, we've been going for the past 5 years, is that DreamCon, one, seeing people that look like us and just living in their nerdness, their geekdom, living in their fandom, but also the way that we approach things, the way that we do things in general, and just being able to identify that. They got that trope of conventions about like it smells bad, and granted, we had some pockets, for the most part DreamCon smelled, what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they were handing out deodorant there too. So. You don't even have an excuse.
Right, that's that stereotype, trope. But what I loved is that, like, I love that they put our people on the grand stage. Now, we'll go to a lot of these conventions, and we'll see creators on there, but they don't look like us. So at DreamCon, being able to see a Zaynah Bear there, and a KevOnStage there, and then a Cleo Thomas there, or whoever, and they're on the main stage, part of the main thing.
Yeah, it makes me feel so spoiled, because it's like it's my first convention experience, and I get to be around Black people,
Right. And then that press conference was really dope, because again, it's like I said, it gives you that celeb treatment, but it's focused on you. And I love the questioning that the press had for you, because it was, we do want to know more about who you are and everything, because we love everything that you're doing. And I think that your answers was great. And did you have to prepare for that? I guess, like, what was your preparation for your first ever press conference?
I had a little drinky drink and hoped for the best.
What's Zay's drink of choice? What's your drink of choice?
A double vodka cranberry.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because it's the hardest drink to mess up. It's just 2 ingredients.
It definitely is. So now, like I said, we definitely want to have a little bit fun here in regards to that. So we have a couple of questions that I want to ask you.
All right.
So everybody always asks you what your top 5 cartoons is. However, I want to get deeper into that. What is your top 3 cartoon intros?
Ooh. Okay. SpongeBob SquarePants. Well, I mean, I love SpongeBob. Okay, so there are the cartoon intros that I just think are iconic.
Yes.
Because like these are my favorite cartoons, so of course I love these intros. But then there are the cartoon intros that are just like, this is just a cool ass intro. I don't fuck with a show like that, but the intro is fire.
That's what I want to know. I want to know that one. Yeah.
Okay. Whoo! Samurai Jack.
Oh.
Boondocks. What else? Samurai Jack, Boondocks. I love Family Guy, but that's just because I love the show. Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, Fairly Odd Parents is a slap. So we got this show on our podcast that it's called What We Talking About, and we did an episode about cartoon intros, and Fairly Odd Parents is one of those ones that is like, I don't know, I find myself quoting that, which leads me to my next.
But then Danny Phantom.
Oh, Danny. So that leads me to my next question, because this almost caused anarchy within the podcast. 90s cartoon intros versus 2000 cartoon intros. Who has the better intros?
90s.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on. Because some of the early 2000s, like fresh out of the 90s, they were eating a little bit.
So listen here. So I'm a 90s baby, but when I was thinking about those cartoon intros, I was like, all right, one, like Phineas and Ferb, that go hard. I love that intro so much.
It does. But like the cartoon, especially during like Disney Channel's Black era, Proud Family.
But then with the 90s though, you do have things like Freakazoid, you have Darkwing Duck, you have there's some.
I like Magilla Gorilla just because it's catchy.
Oh my, I forgot about Magilla Gorilla. And so it's like it's hard. So it's like, but I did overall choose 2000s. But then, like I said, there was a lot of people more so 90s. It caused anarchy. It was like nobody can really choose which cartoon. And I was like, because I don't know. With my kids, I'm watching a lot newer ones with my kids, and because of that, I'm learning so much more cartoon intros. And I'm like, hey, these kind of slap, man. Loud House, I love Loud House slap. Like it's just like there's a lot of slaps. So, all right, so you going 90s though?
I'm leaning more towards the 2000s, honestly, because like the 2000s made up more of my childhood because I was born in 1995.
Okay.
So it's like I did have like some of the 90s cartoons, but I had more of the early 2000s cartoons.
Okay, all right. So now this is the one. What cartoon intro do you believe is highly overrated?
Highly overrated.
Overrated. So I want to let you know what my one of my podcast hosts, Trippy, and this almost got him kicked off the podcast. He said that the Pokemon intro is highly overrated. He said also they call him Ash Ketchum, and Ash didn't really catch that many. He only caught a few, and like he was just
hilarious.
But yeah,
Pokemon.
That's what I said. He almost got kicked.
That is one of the best, even if you don't watch anime like that.
Yeah, he almost got kicked off. So now I want to know, if you had to pick one, what would you say is an overrated cartoon intro?
Overrated. Now I gotta think of cartoon intros that people talk about all the time. What's one that people talk about?
Now, like I said, so you got, like I said, Pokemon is that one. SpongeBob. You got what else? What else? Animaniacs. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So I thought some of the ones that somebody said the Sailor Moon intro was overrated. I was like, that's crazy. Somebody said SpongeBob intro was overrated. I'm trying to think. What else did we throw up there? I don't know. It's a hard category.
I might have to say SpongeBob actually, because the theme song by itself doesn't slap. I think people just like it because the show was fantastic.
So here's all right. I said somebody. I am somebody that says SpongeBob was overrated. The cartoon intro was overrated. But let me tell you why. Because in the middle it gets jumbled up. Here's the thing. I was like, I get it. It's like it starts off strong, but there's a middle part that everybody stumbles upon on that SpongeBob intro, and I feel like how it can't slap as hard if everybody gets tripped up on it. That was my
you kind of just mumble that part. You're like, "It's about the nonsense. We have a wish."
Right.
I think the SpongeBob theme song is fun because like it's chantable. Like you coach the show like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, and also I feel like there's songs in the SpongeBob show that go harder than the intro. You know?
Oh, the SpongeBob show songs are fire.
Goofy Goober.
Yes.
I'm a goofy goober. Like that is my. I love that song. And even the songs like that. Well, listen, winner takes all. Like when he did that part.
Oh man, that is one of my favorite like in-show songs ever.
It is. So it's like, so that was mine. So hey, all right. I'm glad that I got an ally here in regards to that.
Yeah, this theme song ain't that good. The show is one of the best to ever do it. The theme song, it supports the show.
Right. All right. Last fun question, and then we'll got a few more. Then we'll get you about here. So we do our segment called Geek Set Hypotheticals. This is a hypothetical situation, and I want to gauge your survival rate.
Okay.
So, zombie apocalypse, robot apocalypse, or alien apocalypse. Which one do you believe that you will be able to survive the longest?
Robot apocalypse.
Robot apocalypse.
Because I'm always kind to my electronics. So if they decide to go against the humans, I'm going to be one of the favorite humans.
So you're going to trade on humankind? For the robot?
I sure the hell will. I'm not about to be a slave to robots.
It's always weird because I was like, when they be showing like those advanced robotics, and then I feel like the test that they show us is always just so cruel to the robots. And I'm like,
yes, they be kicking the robots over and stuff. I'd be like, leave them alone. Like, and that's why I would be one of the favorites. My computer would come to life like, Zaynah, you've always been good to me, and then go zap somebody else.
All right, so I know that you did say that Issa and Quinta is kind of like an example of like how you would like your career to go and things and that, and things that you want to jump into. Have you already start putting those things into motion at all?
Man, I tried. I pitched a show to a company and they said they liked it, and I've been trying to schedule that second interview to meet with like the higher ups that would make it happen, and they just danced around me. So but like that first thing didn't happen, but I'm gonna keep trying.
So, but you have an active pitch right now. So here's the thing. Hopefully somebody, let's say if anybody can see this and you got that power at B, make sure y'all reach out because they said she got a show ready in regards to that. But that's dope. Like I said, and I'm not going to ask you to reveal what it is because like I said, I'm manifesting that it's going to come to life and we're going to see you on that TV screen or that movie screen soon in regards to that. But it is one of those things that people always try to figure out. And I also earlier, was it either earlier this year or late last year, you did also start your stunt woman journey. How was that going?
Yeah, I haven't been as consistent as I should be, but I've started taking some stunt classes, and the stunt teacher is really cool. So when he sees that students are being consistent, and he gets a job that you could apply for, then he'll recommend you for it. So he has recommended me for work to where I don't have to do like any extreme stunts. I just got to run after somebody, or I just got to die in a fire real quick. And I'm not on fire. So I just got to take some more classes, get some more actual advanced skills. And we're in the process of putting together some like stunt scenes that I'm going to film. So I'm excited for that. Yeah. And that's another seed that I've planted. So it's like, if I can't get my own show right now, I can at least like try to go the acting route and apply for a few roles before, you know, I get my own shit.
Yeah. Are you do you have any connections with King Vader?
Mm-mm.
You know who King Vader is?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's kind of, I see that same type of trajectory for you, like with him, because you know he did the same thing, you know, had a stunt coordinator, was working with stunts, doing his own stunts and learning that process of it, and that evolved into with his content and everything like that. And I think that y'all two would make amazing content, because it's two people not only have the acting chops, not only have the stunt chops, but you know, also, you know, you guys are very animated. I'm
meant to approach him at DreamCon, but I got scared.
Let's hear it.
Because I said hi, because we like follow each other. I was like, hi. And he said, hey, but like a hey as in like, hello, fan who I don't recognize. So I was like, oh, okay. Oh.
Well, I'm pretty sure he recognized you. The thing that I noticed about Vader, because like I said, I've had the pleasure of interviewing him and kind of the same type of interactions that you have. The one thing that I know about Vader is that because of how long he's been doing content within this space, he almost has that like rock star appeal, where there's so much going on around him that he treats everybody real quick at first glance.
Yeah, no, I wasn't offended by it, but I'm already shy, so like I was like, that was all of the nerve that I had built up for the day, so I don't have any more.
So what's next? I guess, you know, like I know this is a cliche question and everything like that, but I do want to see like what's next and where do you need people to support you at?
What is next? That is a great question. I've been you know, trying to do more collabs with other content creators so I can get on somebody's show and stuff. So I'm still harassing All Def Digital to put me in some shit.
I might can help you with that.
Really? That would be great.
I was just on, so I'd be on Squadcast and everything like that. So I just yeah. So
yeah, I'd be emailing the team every couple months, like, hey, I'm still here, just so you know.
That's fair. I'll reach out to some people.
That would be fantastic. Cause I have so much to give, you know.
So yeah, no, so you want to lean more into like collabing with, like said, the other properties, so like All Dev, Defiant Digital, just doing different things and stuff like that. And
like even web shows. It doesn't need to all be like TV and movies, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I think because I would love to see you on Hot Ones. I would love to see you.
I would love to be on Hot Ones because I'm like, the wings can't be that hot. I feel like I could be.
So I'm gonna let you know. I'm a hot sauce connoisseur, and so I found all the hot sauces. I found their first two lineups, and I ordered all those sauces, and I tried them. Some of them, so one thing about hot sauces is there's two ways that they're going to do it. The Scoville level is how hot it is. Some people are going to do with the flavor and hot, and some people are just going to do just hot, right? So like,
well, that's weird. I want it to taste good too.
Well, yeah, so most of them taste good, right?
Okay,
you know, but like. The bomb, I think that was like number 7 on the list, and the Mega Def and the Ultra Def, those taste horrible. Oh my god! But but there's a lot of them that taste well. Like the 357 Mad Dog tastes great. Like, you know, and then like I said, I did the one chip challenge twice. Like I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those people that really like hot stuff and try that and everything like that. So now before I get into our last what's the name, I would be remiss not to ask you, what are your top 5 Zaynah videos?
Ooh, okay. The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Okay.
because that's one of my favorite songs, and I wanted to do a dance to that song for years, like since I heard that song like playing at Stone Mountain Park for the laser show. I have wanted to dance to that song, so that's definitely number one. What's number two? I don't know. I really like Livin' La Vida Loca, but I'll put that at number 5.
Okay.
Number 2. The one that I did to Gimme Some More by Busta Rhymes.
Oh, that was fire. I just recently rewatched that one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The Give Me Some More by Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes, yeah.
The scene recreation from Shrek with with the merry men.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have one more. That's number 4. And number 4. What's number 4? Oh, the Good Morning from Family Guy.
Oh, that one was a funny one too.
Actually, no. Yeah. Actually, yes.
Because you know what's it's a lot of the time when you do content and you do certain scenes, it's like, oh, I forgot about that scene. I was like, I forgot Joe was so unhinged in that moment. Just yelling, I said good morning. Yeah, no, I love that. I love that. So, man, Zaynah, I want to say again, thank you so much for giving me your time. Thank you so much for putting out so much positivity and so much love into this world. From our viewers and from the culture ourselves, I want to let you know that you are appreciated and cherished, and we're going to continue to support you in all your endeavors. And again, just thank you so much for this.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. And as always, this is the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces. This has been the amazing Zaynah Bear, aka Madam Zay, and we are out. Peace.